and happy Christmas first of all, and good morning. Okay, so let me share my screen. Please, anyone can confirm. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Rohit.
Okay, fine. So let's get started without any further delay. So here today agenda is like SOAP UI tool for the Salesforce. Okay, so this is our tagline, and today I'm going to show you this UI tool to testing the SOAP UI under the Salesforce, right? So this is my quick introduction. My name is Rohit Kumar. I'm Salesforce developer at Proficient. I'm a community speaker. I have 3x Salesforce certification and 1x Copado certified. And I'm a speaker, blogger, and all about the Salesforce, right? I'm a YouTuber as well, and you can follow me on the social media handles like YouTube, Facebook, and this is my website, salesforce.online, and this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so this is all about myself. Okay, so let's get started without any further delay again. So here some housekeeping rules, right? Like mute your mic first of all and keep adding question in chat window. Question will be answered in the last 10 minutes of the session, right? So this is some housekeeping rules before starting the session. Okay, so let me click next slide, and this is the agenda of our today session. And like introduction about SOAP UI tool, what is SOAP UI tool and where we can use this one, and how to install it, and how to access all the Salesforce data within a single environment, right? And here second point is like installation of SOAP UI, SOAP API request, login into the Salesforce, how to log into the Salesforce, how to perform all the current operation, that is called create, update, and delete request from SOAP UI, right? We have some question answer section, but if you have some question answer, so you can ask me in later, and after that you can select quiz. So right now we don't have any quiz right now because some delays going on about the some prize, so that's why I don't have any quiz right now, but maybe in upcoming session we can see these all things, right? So this is all agenda about this session. So here you can see like introduction about SOAP UI tool. Okay, so what is SOAP UI tool? So SOAP UI tool is like SOAP UI is a tool for testing web services. So most of the people know about the integration like RESTful or SOAP, right? So we have to write different types of web services under the Salesforce, right? Like there are so many types, like some different types of HTTP wow, like HTTP get, pause, put, pass, delete, something like that. Okay, so we have to write some web services, and then we will check this with the help of SOAP UI tool, this web services. So it's a kind of a tool to testing the web services, right? So SOAP UI is the leading open source cross platform API testing tool. So it's a open source, you can download from anywhere as you want. Like for Mac we will see these all things like cross platform and API testing tool. Okay, so SOAP UI allows tester to execute automated functional, regression testing, compliance, and load test on the different web APIs. So we will check these all things in session, or all the things like how to perform the CRUD operation, how to log in, and all the things, right? So there are so many functionality under the SOAP UI. You can work accordingly. Most of the tester work these tools with the help of this tool, and most of the people know about the Postman, because Postman nowadays very famous tool, and also Swagger also. You can check the APIs it's working or not, like so API testing tool, right? And also you can see like SOAP UI supports all the standard protocol, that is HTTP protocol, right? As XML, all the formatted, or that is called, another one is XML, JSON. There are so many format of the outputs coming from the server. When you send the request, so it's automatic give one response when you send anything from this to server from the server to client, like client server architecture, you know very well. Okay, so based on your need, so it's give me the response. Okay, same here. SOAP UI interface is a simple that enable both technical and non-technical user to use seamlessly. So it's not worry about like every time you have to uh, give or you have to learn all the things about the SOAP UI. It can be learn anything like non-technical person or as well technical person as well. Okay, so this is some introduction about the SOAP UI too. So let me click next one, and here you can see how to set up an installation about SOAP UI tool. So here you can see this is the Linux symbols, this is the Windows, right? And this is Mac OS. And SOAP UI is a cross-platform and can be used on either Windows, Mac, or Linux, Unix according to your needs and preferences. See the appropriate article for your environments. So here you can see one URL. So once you go this website that is called www.soapui.org, this is the official website of this SOAP UI tool, right? So you can learn from here with the help of this link how to installation, how to do that, everything based on your need. So this is a cross-platform UI tool, SOAP UI tool to testing the web services and all the things, right? So you can install in a Mac, Windows as well, Linux. So it's a cross-platform. Okay. Now here you can see how to create the project under the SOAP UI tool. So this is the user interface about the SOAP UI, and based on the user interface, okay. So let me do that one thing for you. And so here you can see this is first diagram or first screenshot under SOAP UI 5.6.1. This is the latest version, and under the file menu you can see different types of options, right? Create empty project, new SOAP project, new REST project. So in this session I will show you only the SOAP project, so that's why I'm highlighting here, right? So here you can see like new SOAP project. Once you click this new SOAP project, so it's asking something like this one, this window, right? We will see this practical after this slide or after this presentation. Okay, so here you can see SOAP UI. So new SOAP UI project, it's asking like project name and initial WSDL file or web services definition language WSDL file. So you have to download first of all WSDL file from your Salesforce environment or Salesforce org. Okay, and then click on OK. So once you create this project, so it's creating me one folder here. In next slide you can see here like this one. So this is the first request, like SOAP API request, how to send the request. Okay, like SOAP request. So here under my project directory, you can see one automatic fetching all the metadata and all the web services under my SOAP UI tool with the help of WSDL file. That is called web services definition language, right? So you can download from your Salesforce, or I will show you. Okay, so don't worry about that. So here you can see like login. Once you click this login, here you can see one request one. Just click this double click on this request, and you can see this environment that is called some XML format. Because so most of the part or most of the case we can use only XML file, not like JSON. Okay, so SOAP always work XML file, using XML file, right? So here you can see this XML file, and under this XML file the some and same thing you can learn like HTML. So HTML or XML both are same, but it's a tag based language. But come to the XML is a strictly language. So if you define some tag, then you can define any parameters or any attribute in it. But in HTML you can write like HTML opening closing tag, and you can write anything and you can see the output, right? So same thing you can provide, but here some limitation because it's a strictly language. Okay, so you can pass under this parameter or under this tag that is called URN, login, and username and password. Okay, so here you can see we will see this practical, so don't worry about that. So this is the first SOAP API request to login your Salesforce org with the help of this tool. Okay, so once you execute this one, okay, with the help of this green button, and you will be get some session ID as well session URL. So in the next slide you can see login into the Salesforce. So how to log in into the Salesforce? So you can log in with the help of this URL is automatic created by the this request that is called login request one. Under this request you can see all the formats regarding this XML file, and once you hit this green button, and it's showing me this response that is called server URL, session ID, user ID, and user related information about your org here. Okay, so this is very most important for us, that is called server URL and session ID in upcoming request. Okay, so session ID we will use in upcoming request like create, update, delete. Okay, so we have to note down these all things. Okay, so this is the one thing under login into the Salesforce, how to log in and how to do that. Okay, so just click here, you can see like create request. Okay, so create request, and from the SOAP UI, so I will show you one by one example. Let me open my org first. Okay, and then we will see with practical. So here let me log in my Salesforce org first. Okay, and I just logged in this environment or in this org as you have or I have also same thing. So you can see I just logged in my org. First of all you have to download your WSDL file. So how to download your WSDL file? So you can download with the help of setup. Just click this setup, and under the setup you have to find under quick find that is called API. Once you search this API under the left panel, this one here, right, this is the environment and this is the monitoring all the things, but our motive is this one that is called integration, and this is the API, right? So you have to click this API first. Just click this API, and once you click this API, so it's showing me all the WSDL file regarding my org. Okay, like this is the WSDL file. If you don't know about this WSDL, so you don't worry about that. It's a kind of a file that is the format is like .xml file, and it's related to the like web services definition language. This is the full form of this one. You know API, all the things, right? And here you can see like WSDL and client certification, right? There are so many WSDL file that is called enterprise WSDL, partner WSDL, apex WSDL, metadata, tooling WSDL, and delegates authentication WSDL based on your need, and client certification. This is the very most important. Once you have any application, and if you want to install any application in third party system, or you can give any access to third party system, you can create your client certification in your browser. Okay, so this is very most important for us, all the settings. So for now in this session, let me download this enterprise WSDL. So just click this generate enterprise WSDL file, and you can see here that is called generate enterprise WSDL, and here you can see one button that is called generate. Just click this one, and once you click this one that is called generate, so it's generate automatically one XML file. Okay, so after some time you can see one XML file. Okay, so let's see. So here you can see like this XML file does not appear to have any style information associated with it. The document tree is showing the below. So you can see it's a generated all the things salesforce.com enterprise web services API version 53. This is the latest one, you know very well, like winter 22, and also one release is coming up. Okay, so spring 22. So here you can see generated on this time and all the copyrights here. So you have to do first just save this file. So how to save this? There are two ways: control s in window, or right click and just this browser and save as. Okay, and also just control s in window, save this file, and give the specific name to particular our that is called directories. So I just want to install under my document folder, and here you can select WSDL.xml. Just save it. So it's asking WSDL.xml already exists, so do you want to replace it? Yes, I want. So just here you can select this XML file. So these all codes regarding my org, all the XML files You can see here like element. It's a tag based language, you know very well all the things, right? So this is the WSDL file, enterprise WSDL file, right? So how to open the, first of all let me show you SOAP UI tool, how to look like. So once you search like SOAP UI tool, right? So here you can see like download and REST SOAP API automation tool. Just click this one, right? So this is the officially website, and here that is called SOAP UI, supported by SmartVR. This is the company, okay. And here you can see like SOAP UI open source and ready API. There are two types of software available under this website. So first of all, one that is called download SOAP UI open source. So you can check your SOAP API testing, REST API testing, visual coverage, scripting assertions, largest online API testing communities. Okay, with the help of this one we can do that, but it has some limitation, you can see. But you cannot access all the information regarding this cross icons here, because it's a free, because free version not provide all the things, right? And once you come under the download ready API, you can see all the features, right, regarding this ready API. So you have to download first this SOAP API open source. I already download. Just you have to download this one, and you can just install with the help of this .exe file, executable file. Just double click and click on the next, something like that. This is a simple process, as you know, if you want to install any software in your machine, right? So this is a way. So how to open this SOAP UI open source under my system? So you can open, just click this icon, or just search in the start menu and search like SOAP UI, something like that, SOAP UI, this one. So just click this one, and here it's open me one SOAP UI tool, okay. So here you can see this one. So this is the SOAP UI tool interface, and there are so many options that is called menu bar, control bar, bottom bar, these things you know very well, right? So I have created two projects, and how to create new project, let me show you, okay. So this is all about the SOAP UI user interface, okay. So first of all, if you want to create your project from the scratch, so first of all you have to go this file, and here you can select new SOAP project. Just click this new SOAP project, and let me add like demo SOAP API or API, right? This project. So this is the project name, and initially WSDL. You have to initial your WSDL file. I already downloaded before. Okay, you know very well. One, and once you this browse, just go down and give your directory where you want to store, or where you can take this file. So here you can select WSDL.xml file. Just click this one and open. Once you give this path in initial WSDL file here, and just click on this OK button. Before that, you have to check this box that is called create request, create sample request for all the operation. Yes. So just always check this button, because if you uncheck this button, you cannot get all the functionality under init WSDL file, right? So first of all, you have to check this button and click on OK button, and after that you can see some project is creating going on, and all the things you can see, change on password, create, convert lead, all the that is called SOAP request or web services here. It's automatic created by WSDL file using this tool. Here you can see. Now my question is like, I want to log in into the Salesforce. So how to log in? So first of all, you know very well, if you want to log in Salesforce, so we have to take like username, password with security token if you want to log in any environment in Salesforce, right? So here you can see in the left panel that is called create, delete, some request is there, right? And another request that is called login. Just click this plus icon or expand this, okay, and double click on this request first. And once you click this one, you can see this window that is called XML file request first with login, right? And also you can see this URL by default in this request, okay, like login.salesforce.com, okay. So here first of all we need to remove unwanted things under this XML file. So how to remove that? first of all, just here to here, you have to delete this one because I don't want to log in scope header right now. And here you can see like scope header and something like that. So just remove all the things from here to here. Also this one, I don't want to take this, right? And just a second, I just remove all the things, that's why. So just here, remove this whole thing. And here you can see like username and password. So you have to log in with the help of this username and password attribute under this file, right? So where we can find this username and password. So first of all, you have to log in your Salesforce org. So we already log in. Here you can see, just click this view profile symbols, and under this view profile you can see like one setting options. So just click this one, and now you can see my username. Just copy this username from here to here, okay, and paste it here. And just remove this space. And password, so let me add my password here, okay. Let me add this one, and with security token, along with security token. So how to get this security token? So you can get with the help of this one, is this option, reset my security token. Just click this one and click on this reset security token, and now you can you will be get some email in particular ID that is called reset your password, and I will get this email from the Salesforce side. You can see like your new Salesforce security token, something like that. Just click this one and just open this one from here to here, and just copy this security token that is called here. Just a second, guys, sorry for interrupting this one. And here like security token case sensitive, this one. So let me copy this security token and paste it into the my SOAP UI tool, this one, okay. So now you can see like username and password with security token. Just click this green button that is called one request, submit request to specify end URL, endpoint URL. So just click this one, and after that you can see some request or response. We can say that this is the response, okay. So this is response coming from the Salesforce side and Salesforce server. So you will be get these all things like server URL, session ID, user ID, current logged user ID here, and currency symbol you can see like dollar, and some all the things you can see here. Like let me show you like full username, user email, or language, okay, user ID, and all the things like username, this one, and which time zone you have. So you can see Asia Kolkata here, right? So you can get each and every information about this login request, right? So first of all, let me show you these all things for like server URL and session ID, how to use that, okay. So just copy this server URL first here, like this one, and let me save it into the notepad or something like that, okay. And just like server URL, and just paste it here. So this is the my server URL, right? Now session ID. So how to get this session ID here? So here in this request you can see one session ID here, right? Just copy this session ID here to here, like this one, copy and paste it into the notepad, because I want to use this session ID and server URL in upcoming request, okay. That's why I'm saving this information in my notepad, okay. So just here you can see login request, right? I successfully logged in with Salesforce, right? So now it's time to do some operation that is called CRUD operation. So how to do the CRUD operation? Just click this create request first, double click this request one, right? And here you can see like endpoint URL. Just change this first endpoint URL with replace this URL, okay. Copy and paste it here, right? After that you have to configure all the information regarding this request. So what is the request here? So first of all, let me remove these all things, these unwanted things here to here. Let me do that like this one, and here to here, right? Just remove these all things, right? And also here you can see like urn session id. Okay, so it's asking me session id. So how to get this session id, you know very well, I already saved in my notepad and noted here. Just copy this one and paste it here, right? So before that, let me show you this record in the Salesforce is available or not. Let me open any object as you have, like account object is a standard object, you know very well all the things, right? So just here you can click new, you can create your request or you can create your record as well. So you cannot see any soap UI demo something record here. You can see only these record, or you can just click this list view, and under this list view click on the all accounts, and you cannot see any record that is called soap UI related things here. This is a starting from S here to here, you cannot see anything, right? But let me show you this soap UI new record created by this tool that is called this one, like soap UI tool. Okay, so how to create this soap UI demo record under the Salesforce using this soap UI tool. So just first of all you have to do this session ID here. Under this one here you can see like uh, create. Under the create you can see as objects, just remove all the things here to here, right? And here like as object, give the name as you want. So in our slide we have lots of things, so let me show you in our slide here, like this one, this create request from soap UI. So how to do that? So here in this highlighted area that is called as object, so first of all you have to verify your instance that is called xsi type colon type equal to account. So first of all you have to identify which object you want to use as an instance here, and where you want to fetch this instance information. So you can see like this xmlns colon xsi http w3.org, this schema instances. Okay, so first of all you have to configure this one. So how to do that? So just under this urn colon s object you have to write like xsi colon type. So just xsi colon type equal to which object you want to perform this create request. So I want to perform under the account, right? Then you have to do like where you want to perform this namespace. So this is a kind of namespace that is called xmlns namespace. Okay, so I want to take from this xmlns means namespace, then colon xsi. Okay, so I mistake something here, just xsi. So you can see like xsi equal to some url where you want to fetch this namespace. So I want to fetch like http colon slash slash then www dot w3.org. This is a standard format, okay, where you want to find these all the things. So now like org slash 2001 slash xml schema hyphen instance. So you have to write this one, xml schema hyphen instance. So let me check if anything missing here. So it's correct, yeah. So here you can see our object is ready. Now it's time to do some fields under in it. So where in account object you know very well like name field is a required, right? So that's why I'm using name here first. Okay, just close this one and here. So under the name you have to write your record name as you want, like so UI demo, right? So here you can see our create request is ready to use. So how to execute this request? So you can execute with the help of this green button. So just click this one, and after that you can see like in the right panel that is called API request. Here you can see some limitation of the API. Current 171 we can use, we already used, and remaining out of 15000. Okay, and now you can see create response. Under the create response you can see like result and ID. This is the newly created record ID, and the response is success 200, and it's a true. So you can see this ID under the Salesforce. So how to check that? So first of all, let me do that for you here, and just refresh this one, and you can see newly created record here, that is called SOAP UI demo. So here you can see this is newly created record. Okay, before that you cannot see this record, now you can see, right? So just click this SOAP UI demo, and just let me cross check this record ID and that record ID is same or not. Okay, so just let me copy this record ID. You know very well how to find this record ID and all the things, right? There are some another way to find this record ID with the help of some Aura component LWC, like record ID and object API name, and you can use your LWC component under init, and you can easily get this ID, right? There are so many ways to find this one, but this is the same simple way to find this record ID here. Just let me copy this one and paste it here, and we will check this record ID is same in my this request or not. So let me again copy this ID and matching into my ID. So just paste it here, and you can see all the information regarding my this is a Salesforce ID, this is coming from SOAP UI. So you can see both ID same here, right? So means our record is successfully created, right? So let me do that for you one thing. And also here, like SOAP UI demo, so you can create multiple record as well in a single request. So this is a simple record or simple request, that is called one record you can create at a time here, but you can create multiple. Okay, so using these steps, that is called create response. So you can create response again and again, and you can create multiple things, right? So this is the first request about create. Now it's time to do like some update operation. So how to perform update operation? So you can update the record using this web services. So let me show you the update request here under in this area, and you can see like update, right? Just click this plus icon and double click this request first, and you can see this is the update request. So let me close all the thing first, or let me do that one thing. Let me copy that thing. This is a very most important, like object and all the things. So let me copy this one XSI and all the things. So just here let me copy and paste it into the notepad here, right? And just let me close this one because it's a create request. Right now you can see this is the update request, right? So let me show you this is the update request or not. You can see here, or just close all the window first of all, and just click this update request first, double click this one, and remove unwanted tags from here to here. Okay, so let me remove these all from here to here. I will show you like this one. Just remove this one and just leave it as it is here, this session ID and all the things. So now first of all let me change this URL because server URL is different. So here under this one, let me copy this URL and paste it here, right? After that you can see like session ID. So how to get this? So we already get it this one. So just copy and paste it under this question mark, replace this question mark and paste it here, right? Then you have to do like some update operation. So how to update the operation? So in my slide, so this is the update operation here, right? So you have to need, like if you want to update anything in the Salesforce, so you have to fetch like record ID first if you want to update some specific record, right? So here you can see this one, okay, like ID and name. So let me do that one thing. In the S object, let me paste it that script that is called XSI type account, which object you want to update and all the things, right? So just copy this one and paste it into here. So once you done these things, you have to do like account, and also remove this null attribute here. And also first of all we have to add like record ID here. So what is the record ID? We already know this is the record ID. Okay, so just copy this record ID and paste it here. Okay, you can update and you can like bulk update, you can do these things as well, because right now I'm going to show you only one by one record, single record. you can do bulkification as well. Okay, so here like url colon id something id here. Now name, so which name you want to, like name is a required field and also I want to update the name, so that's why I'm using here. So like soap ui demo update, like this one. So before that let me show you under the Salesforce, you can see like soap ui demo. After that request you can see after this like name is replaced automatically like soap ui demo to soap ui demo update. So let me execute this command first here and hit this endpoint url, just click this green icon, and after that you can see this request that is called API request and success true, something like that. Okay, that means it's a successfully request and successfully showing me the response from the server. Okay, so how to check that? So just refresh this one and it's showing me like this site cannot be reached. Just go back here, sometime is happened. Okay, so just go back here and just open that record. And also once you open any record, so it's automatic generated id, right? So just replace this id from my id. So my id is here and paste it into the this area. Let me refresh this one, or just here, right? So just open any record as you want, but I want to show my record is updated or not, right? So just replace here, it's not showing. Okay, no problem. So just here again, you can go all the contacts, account one, or you can go here, like again you have to do like check under the account first, because I need list view first. And here you can see soap ui demo update. I just updated this one because of my request, endpoint url request. Okay, now it's time to do like how to perform delete operations. Okay, so you can perform delete operation using this command that is called, only you can use id here and you can perform all the operations. So how to do that? So let me show you this delete command under init. So here you can see this is the update. Now under this left panel you can see one thing for you that is called delete. This is the web services request already coming from WSDL file. Okay, so here just expand this and click on the request first, or close all the operation first, this one, or just double click this one and you can see this is the delete request, right? You can perform all the operation as you want. So here just let me delete all the information, unwanted information from here to here. And session header you can select session id. So first of all let me change this url. So here this is the url, just copy this url and paste it into here, and need to be changed this session id, because session id is a very most important concept in upcoming request, right? So just copy this one and paste it here. And again this delete request you can select ids, so you have to paste it, paste your record id here, and it's automatic perform your delete operation here. So how to do that? So just let me copy that record id. So we already know this record id, so just copy and paste it here. Now it's time to do perform this operation that is called delete operation. So how to do that? So before that you can see this record in my org, right? That is called soap ui demo update. After that, that is my command is will be successfully executed. You cannot see this record here. Let me show you this one. So here you can see this id, and again you have to hit this green icon button, and after that you can see delete operation is going on, and here you can see successfully updated and successfully deleted, something like that. So just here first of all refresh this page, and here once you refresh this one, looks like there is a problem, means this record is not cannot be find out here under the Salesforce. So how to check this one? First of all, this is the first way. You cannot see any record regarding my soap ui tool demo, and also you can check with the help of account. Okay, and also one more thing for you, you can check this deleted recording under the Salesforce, you know very well, under the recycle bin. So how to check this recycle bin? Just search recycle bin, and now you can see my record that is called SOAP UI demo update, right? So this is all about all the CRUD operation regarding my SOAP UI tool for the Salesforce. So till now we have done all the things. Now it's time to check my slide if anything I missed here. So anyone have any questions, so you can ask me. Any question? Any question, query regarding this session?
Rohit, we have few questions in chat.
Okay, so let me stop my screen and I will. Okay, so let me check the chat first. Okay, which Visdal I have to download from my org? First of all, let me give this answer for you like Abhishek. So Abhishek is based on your requirement. Like I already downloaded one enterprise Visdal, so you can download in your case like any partner Visdal, enterprise Visdal, or client Visdal based on your need. So it's not hardcore rule. You have to download every time this that is called enterprise Visdal. It's up to you. Okay. So here you can see upsert. So you can perform the upsert operation under this tool. Like upsert is the collection, you know very well, two things like insert and update. So if any record is find out under this tool, so it's automatic update, otherwise it's automatic insert. You can perform all the operation as we already done, right? You know very well, like DML operation under the Apex. Same thing you can perform here. Could you please let me know one or two scenario where we go with SOAP instead of REST? Okay, so you can use this like SOAP UI, because most of the case I use this SOAP UI tool, because I never get a chance about the REST. So that's why, because REST I'm always use using Postman to check, and also like Swagger to check the REST API. Okay, so you can do this work, or you can do this scenario in your site, like using REST and all the tools. I hope you got the answer, right? So what are the scenario for which we use the SOAP API mostly? Okay, so just see here, like if you want to use SOAP API mostly, most of the case we can use, like if you want to share your system, that is called one org, like as a TCS org. This is the one TCS org. I want to integrate this TCS org into the Infosys org. So how to integrate these two org? So with the help of this SOAP UI or Visdal file, we can integrate, because it's we can say that it's a like you know very well, like XML is a fast processing comparison to REST. Okay, so always use the enterprise Visdal to integrate one org to another org. Okay, so how to upload bulk data? So you can I don't know about the uploading system, but you can create, update, delete, upsert all the information, like bulkification. So you can create your subsequent request, and you can write your records as you want, like name, and this is the first name. Again you have to write your attribute like name, and this is the second name, something like that. You can create this request as well. I hope you got the answer, right, Sandeep? Okay, fine. So I already given all the answers from the chat window, and over to you, Sudarshan and uh, Aman.
Okay, I think we can wind up the session, right, Rohit?
Yep.
Okay.
So let me share my social media handles, so you can subscribe my YouTube channels, and you can visit my website and blog as well, right? So give me a second.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So it's very helpful, all the contents in my YouTube channel, like deployment. This is the first playlist under this deployment. Nobody can show this all the information about the deployment process, right? Like there are 6 steps or six like we can say that modules under the Salesforce to deploy any metadata into one org to another org, or something like that. Okay, so you can watch this playlist because it's a very most important in nowadays, right? So let me paste it here, all the information about me here, and you can follow these all of you. Okay, so because sir, can we use GitLabs for deployment? Yeah, you can use, because GitLab is a repository system, na. It's a like version control system like Git and GitLabs, and Git. Okay, so this is a some code storage system. So with the help of VCS version control system, you can use that. Okay, so don't worry about it. You have any doc on it or video? Yeah, we have this recording session, and we will upload this video over the our SFDC Panther YouTube channel, so you can watch over that channels. Okay, over to you, Sudarshan and Aman.
For joining this session. Like we have, this is the final session of this 2021. Going forward, like in 2022, like we planned for a series of sessions, clouds like sales service, velocity, and different clouds. We have so much of sessions coming upon. Like we have a agenda we are preparing on that one. Like I hope we'll get in next 2022 we'll get very good sessions and good speakers of real-time experiences, and we'll share a good everything details. Please follow our LinkedIn page, like Salesforce Developer Group Kanpur. In LinkedIn we have a separate page. In addition to that, we have like if you're in Twitter, just follow the SFDC Panther Twitter, SFDC Panther, SFDC Kanpur, and follow our group. We will give the updates everything in our Twitter and LinkedIn handles.